Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome.
Hi, Jane.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Camille.
Hello, Gareth. Hello, Jane.
Hi, Camille. Welcome to another evening on Mackmyra product range tasting. Tonight we're doing something different, Gareth. We're going to be talking about Mackmyra's organic gins, two of them, in fact. And as you know, Gareth, everybody is my co-host, but we have a special guest with us tonight. Camille. Camille is one of our new members, our new brand ambassadors to the team. Welcome, Camille.
Hello, guys. So, yes, I'm Camille. I'm new to Mackmyra team. I joined around 2 months ago. Before, I was working in hospitality for almost half of my life in many hotels, bars, and restaurants in various positions: bartending, bar manager, restaurant manager, food and beverage manager. I don't know. But mainly, my main passion was for the spirits, drinks, and cocktails. So at Mackmyra, I'm mainly focusing on on-trade accounts, new and existing accounts, also looking for new accounts, supporting our accounts with developing cocktails, menu design, and training new staff members. And yeah, it's me.
Welcome.
Welcome, Camille. And Camille, was this most of the time in the UK or UK and Slovakia?
I'm in the UK for over 10 years. And
okay.
Yes, before also I was working in nice restaurants in Slovakia, but most of the experience I gained in UK.
Okay. And what our viewers don't know is that starting tomorrow night, we have a weekly Camille cocktail evening, and you'll see Gareth and I, of course, the locals, but we'll be doing a weekly cocktail with you, or weekly 2 cocktails with you. Is that right, Camille?
Yes, it is. It's our new channel created by Mackmyra brand ambassadors to do something special and different in this crazy time during the lockdown, so people can start making their drinks at home because they love it so much. You know, bars are closed. We need to keep survive.
Correct.
I'm pretty excited because what we're doing over the next few weeks, we're starting a series where we're focusing on one of our premium products, and then each week we're going to be running a promotion on the premium product, and then Camille is going to do something special with the product on his cocktail night. So these are only going to be short shows, about 30 minutes, just concentrated on one particular product, and so you really get to understand the Mackmyra range at the bottom end, at the classic style.
And what's nice about it, Gareth, is we're going to get to learn how to make a cocktail with that product. So Camille's going to show us a very simple way of making a cocktail. You can do it in your kitchen at home, buy the ingredients, do it with him, watch the show afterwards, do it on your own time. There is one I've tried. I think we're going to be touching on it tonight. I think it's probably one of the best cocktails I've ever had in my life. So to keep an eye out for it, guys. But all this information is on our website, .co.uk. It lists all the events up and coming. Gareth's also loading everything on Facebook, on our Facebook page, so please keep in touch. You also putting the recipes up there, are you, Gareth?
Yeah, the recipes will be going up. So not only will you get a great deal on the actual spirit we're going to use, but the recipes there, you can get the make sure you get the goods in or get them delivered to your door safely. And you can join in the fun of making the cocktails. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a bit of a spirits guy, so cocktails is a bit of a mystery to me. So Camille's our expert, and I'm looking forward to getting a great education over the next few weeks. And we got a great offer on at the moment on the gin tonight. We've got on the Co-UK website, we've got a special offer where if you buy a bottle of the Kreatör Jin, which is a great price anyway, what we're doing is we're throwing in 2 miniatures of our LAB gin. 1 miniature of the LAB gin and 2 bottles of our very famous Kreatör tonic as well. All in all, that's about £10 worth of free goodies on the back of that. So that's a great offer to get going on the gin. So that's on the website. No code needed. Just go in, click the buttons, and it automatically comes through. But we'll talk a little bit more about the gins tonight anyway.
Yeah, I think thanks for that, Gareth. Yeah, it's a nice interlude. I mean, do you understand what definition of gin is?
Gin. Well, it's legal definition is mainly made of juniper.
Yes, exactly. That's the constitution basically says any liquid that predominantly has juniper flavors.
That's right. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's gin. So, should I take them through the history, Gareth?
Please do. And what we're going to do is we'll talk about the history, and then we'll look at the 2 individual gins in a little bit of detail. And Camille's going to do his magic in the background and knock us up some wonderful cocktails.
Yeah. Okay, great. I'm not going to go into the full history. If you haven't seen or heard the Mackmyra history, please go into one of our shows. We give the full history on Mackmyra. But just to let you know how gin came around. So we've been distilling whiskey for about 20 years now. In fact, we started distilling in 1999 at the Mackmyra Brook Distillery. There is a picture of it in Mackmyra Village. And that's where life began 20 years ago, 1999, 21 years this year. And we stayed there until 2009, where we commissioned the distillery of the building of the new distillery, called the Gravity Distillery, which is about 12 kilometers away. And then in 2012, we moved the production from the old distillery to the new distillery, and we mothballed this distillery. We just left it. And in 2017, we decided, well, you know, we better use it because it's standing empty and it's vacant. So we went back to it, we opened it up, and we distilled gin there. We make 2 gins. We make our first release was a Kreatör Jin. Everybody see that? And then we made our second release, which was the LAB Organic Distillery. Why it's called LAB Distillery was the name of the Mackmyra Brook Distillery to differentiate between the original distillery, which is the LAB Distillery, and the new gravity-fed distillery. So we wanted to try and split the definition. So we called one the LAB Distillery and one the gravity-fed distillery. So we're using both distilleries. We make whiskey out the gravity-fed, and we use the Mackmyra Brook to make the gin. Great. So that's a history in a nutshell.
How do you make gin then? How do you make it?
Whoa. You know, there's a million questions, Gareth. Everybody sort of seems to ask, you know, do you distill your own liquid? Do you buy it in? How does it get made? What's maceration? I'm going to try and do it as quickly as I can in the easiest form as I can. If I get lost, stop me and ask me. So basically, we buy in the white spirit, the new make spirit, at about 96% ABV. It is an organic Swedish wheat new make spirit. We then dilute it down to about 70% ABV, ABV being alcohol by volume of the liquid, which we then put into maceration. Maceration happens when we add the botanicals and the spices. They add the flavor and the colorant.
So just on there, 2 technical terms there, Shane. Maceration, that just means mixing it all together with the botanicals, and the botanicals are the vegetables, the fruits, the spices, and everything else that goes together. They're the 2 terms, aren't they?
Correct. So what we're trying to do is extract all the flavor and all the oils out of these botanicals and the spices to flavor the white spirit in essence. So we do that. We do it over different periods. So obviously in summer we only do it for 7 days, and in winter we do it for 10 days, because obviously with the heat you get a more extraction, less extraction in the winter times. Kind of makes sense. The difference is, Gareth, is that on the bigger, I was going to call it whiskey, gin, the yin. We macerate this in old whiskey casks. Okay, so that adds a complete different variant on it.
Yeah, a bit of wood there.
Yeah, whereas on this, we do it in a big steel container. Okay, they're both handcrafted. They're both small batch stuff. So it goes into the maceration. We add all the botanicals and everything to it. We then take it out. We dilute it again before putting it into the distill. You saw the stills there, both 4-size stills in the Mackmyra Brook. And that is diluted down to 30% ABV. We then run it through the stills, and it comes off the still at about 70-71% ABV. Okay, so it's proper new make spirit again with all the flavorings and colorings. We then dilute that, cut it back to use 40% on this one, which is the entry level one, and 47.3% on this one, which is our big, bold, big gin. Okay, so that's why we break it down from 70 and make it more drinkable and more friendly to drink.
Oh.
Right.
Well, that seems straightforward.
Yes, it's a mouthful, I can tell you that much. Can't wait for a cocktail to begin. So the difference between these two is this is a 50 CL, which you're going to touch on in a minute, but we use 16 different botanicals in this and spices. So I'm going to read them to you because there's no way I can remember them all. So please bear with me. Okay. On this one, we have juniper, obviously, lime, grape, lemon, orange, coriander, cardamom, Seville orange, vanilla, pink pepper, cinnamon, ginger, elderflower, anise, lingonberry, and raspberry. So there's a lot going on in this, Gareth. You're going to take us through a little bit later. But just to say that we use lingonberry and juniper in both these, and they're both organic. They have the EU seal for organic on both of them, so pretty good stuff. I must just add, they're also both vegan friendly. I bet you didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm vegan, so it works for me.
Yeah. Maceration on this one, we only add 5 botanicals. This is 40% ABV, and the botanicals are juniper, coriander, lemon, elderflower, lingonberry, and the main essence is mango. So lots of different things going on in this one. Lovely product. So those are the 2 gins. We add no sugar. We do no cold filtration. The liquid is bought in, and then we macerate it. One comes out of 40% ABV and one of 47.3. I've now covered the liquid. So I'm going to hand over to Gareth, because Gareth, it's time for you to tell us a little bit more about this product.
Well, I think the guys must have had so much fun because, you know, when they started off the Kreatör, the first one, and what a great name that is, the creation. I think they tried something like 200 different recipes when they put this together. So coming up finally with the 16 botanicals and stuff is a great journey to get to that first step. A lot of research went into it, not just in the development on it, but also how it would land in the market. And they did a lot of research with the bar trade and asking about their opinions of experienced barmen like Camille. What kind of gin would you like? That kind of stuff, you know. So it's a case of I think they had a lot of fun putting it together. But you know, this is a handcrafted operation. This isn't big sort of industrial stuff. This is guys sitting down, squeezing 500 limes together, small batch stuff, and being very passionate about their ingredients and the way that they make it. So handcrafted, a batch is about maybe 2,500 bottles, I think, Shane.
That's right.
And as you mentioned, this particular one, the first one, they said, we want something that's a little bit bold and a little bit interesting. And that's why, as you mentioned, the ABV gone up to 47.3, just to give it that punch and alcohol to see it through. But still a tremendous balance across the whole range of botanicals that you have in there. It just gives a fantastic wide flavour. You touched on the fact that it was called yin and gin.
Ask you about that, Gareth.
Yeah. The gin. Apparently, in Sweden, somebody else had copyrighted the name Yin. Now, funny enough, because your bottle's got Yin on it, but mine says gin, which is interesting, isn't it? I don't have that. But so apparently, gin was a registered trademark, so we registered Yin as well as the LAB+Distillery. The other interesting thing about the bottle, of course, it's the standard Mackmyra legend of the 8 dimples in the bottom of the bottle, maybe representing the fingerprints of the 4 founding fathers of the 8 people who put the company together originally. That's on all of our major bottles. And another nice little touch here is on the reverse. There's a picture of the distillery on the reverse of the label. I don't know if you can just see that there. Just coming through there, just a little picture of the original distillery.
That's Mackmyra Brook, isn't it?
That's right. That's the original distillery where they're now making it. So and 3,500 bottles individually signed 3,500 times by whoever bottled these. So there's nothing sort of industrial or commercial about the way this is put together. A lot of hard work and effort goes into making this, and a lot of time. It's not the cheapest by any means on the market, but for quality, value for money, it's coming in about £35, I think, Shane.
That's right. Retail's around 35.
So it's an absolutely sort of fabulous drink. So how do you drink it? Well, you know, I often drink my spirits neat, and I like to. I think a good gin is drinkable neat. So if you take it, straight away you get a foresty kind of. And obviously the juniper hits you really hard, but there's spice in the vanilla. And it's hard to pick out individual ones. I get the grapefruit, to be honest, but there's no grapefruit sort of in there, is there? It's the way the other things combine, I think, for me, gives it that grapefruit sort of aroma on it.
You know, Gareth, I actually met the maker of this, and I asked him, I said, you know, it's a very complex gin. How do you drink this? And he said, Shane, one of the best ways to drink this is neat with a block of ice and a slice of lemon or lime. Right. And I understand. It's just one of those gins. It's just, you can drink it neat. It's lovely. Yeah,
you can. A little drop in there. Another one is, I believe, it's just a little slice of red grapefruit in there, and just to put it down there. Another variant I've heard of is very popular is just a dash of vermouth and a bit of lemon with that, which is another.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
If you like vermouth, it's a winner.
Do you know, I could just drink it straight. It's just really
I know.
simple. It's a really nice. And of course, you know, everybody's favourite, a G&T, a gin and tonic.
Yeah.
Now, a little while back, we did a collaboration and we created our own tonic water to go with Kreatör called Kreatör Tonic. There it is. So this is a collaboration with a Swedish tonic company, and we made this specially blended and balanced to go with the gin and tonic. I was hoping at this stage to hand over to Camille. I'm not sure. Are you there, Camille?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, good, good. Unfortunately, on my the technology is going crazy tonight, Shane. On my screen, I can just see a picture of you standing still. I thought you were getting bored, but
I think you got tired of listening to you talk, Gareth.
Yeah, I talk too much. Let me shut up. Camille, what can you do with this gin and tonic? What can you do with this?
Show us, Camille.
As you said, this gin is very complex and has a lot of different flavors on a palate. So the drinks I'm going to make today, I didn't want to overpower it with various ingredients, raspberries, strawberries, and some purees, and go crazy. I wanted to keep it simple, that you can possibly make it at home. And because now outside we have nice weather, summer days, so something that you can enjoy in your garden or even while you're watching TV, something really refreshing.
Yeah.
So main ingredients will be basically mint, apple, elderflower syrup, and cucumber.
Wow.
It's mixed together with the main.
Feels like summer.
Top up with a Kreatör tonic.
What have you called this, Camille? What have you called this?
I just tested it yesterday. It just came to my mind because of the weather. I was like, I need to do something really refreshing, something like a Pimps and Lemonade that has a big name. But for me, Pimps and Lemonade is very sweet. It's not my kind of drink, so the gin and tonic is more suitable for my palate. So I wanted to make something like that. This sort of direction I wanted to go. So I didn't even give it a name yet. I don't know how to name it. So perhaps our viewers can give us some name suggestion for this drink.
That's a good idea.
Great idea.
Yeah,
great idea. I like Green Mamba, but they'll have to wait until they see it.
Well, I tell you what, if guys who are watching either now or recorded, if they want to get in touch and give us a name for it on any of our social media channels, we'll pick the best one, the most interesting, creative one, and we'll give you a bottle of gin. How about that?
Yeah. That's a good deal.
Good one.
Over to you, Camille.
Okay.
Show us how it's done.
I'm gonna get my glass ready. So this is highball tumbler style glass. Then a couple of slices of cucumber, just 2 thin slices.
That already looks good. You know that, Gareth?
Yeah.
Straight in.
I wish I could see it.
We're not gonna shake this drink. We will just build it in a glass. Okay.
Right.
Some apple.
How many pieces of apple are you slicing there, Camille?
Probably, I don't know, 8 small slices of green apple.
So is that quite a sharp green apple, Camille? Is it quite a sort of a tangy apple?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And around 7 or 8 mint leaves, depend how big they are. Don't need to worry about, getting the flavors out. Once you mix it in the glass, the flavors will show up.
Pop.
So you're not going to crush the leaves together. You're not going to muddle anything up. You're going to leave the whole blend.
Once you muddle the mint for quite a while, it becomes bitter. And I don't want to overpower a gin, so I just want to stir it in a glass to get the slight essences of the mint.
That makes sense.
Gareth, just watching Camille, it looks pretty simple. I even think I could do this.
Sometimes the drinks making looks very simple, but at the same time it's difficult.
It's funny how other people's jobs look really simple, isn't it, Shane?
It's unbelievable, Gareth. I don't know what all the talk's about,
So the first liquid ingredients I'm using is elderflower syrup. This one is Sanz. The syrups are really kind of making their stuff to mimic the real ingredient. So it's actually tasting like a real elderflower. It's not very
And what's nice about it, Camille, there's elderflower in both of these gins already as a base spirit.
Is it elderberry? I think it's elderberry in this one, isn't
elderberry?
Yeah, elderberry, not elderflower. Yeah.
Okay. No, it's
And
elderflower.
20 ml of fresh lime juice. I'm gonna measure it because I want to have it balanced. So everything I do, I like to measure. I'm using this Mexican elbow for squeezing the fruits.
Oh.
Gareth says he likes to do potatoes in there. You do your potatoes in those, Gareth?
yeah. They're easy to cook in them, definitely.
So how much of that was that, Camille? Just
20 ml of fresh lemon juice.
Okay.
And a large measure, 50 ml of Kreatör Jin.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, we can do a little bit more because, it's for me, so.
Depending how you like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get the ice in. Get the ice in there.
Get it in. Get it in.
Get the ice in. A little bit of tonic for now.
Is this the same tonic we're using?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of tonic just to help me to stir it properly.
I bet you have really big muscles with all that shaking of the cocktails over the years there, Camille. I bet your upper body's doing really well.
You need to burn some calories before you gain some.
Good man. Good man.
More ice. And top it up with tonic to the top. And just garnish.
What are you slicing there?
I'm slicing apple again.
Okay. Oh, that looks good.
And
Gareth, I'm not a massive fan of gin, but that looks delicious.
It does. I mean, these hot summer days that we've been having, it looks, it's well timed and would be well received out in the garden right now, I tell you.
Yeah, I tell you. Great drink for Wimbledon.
Yeah.
So
is it going to be a Wimbledon? I don't know.
No, not this year.
Behind closed doors or no?
In my drink because when I sip it, I can smell nice flavors of the mint, apples, and all the other ingredients.
And I suppose the cucumber and the apple and the mint just complement all the spices and herbs that are going on in the Kreatör.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It looks delicious, and I think that's the key to a lot of what Mackmyra do is that balance that they get in the product themselves, but also getting a balance. I think in the cocktail world is another skill level to take that, and it's guys like you who've got the experience of knowing what works together in what quantities and what volumes and how to really put it together. That brings that recipe out and really helps to still keep a balance and a really flavorful drink that nothing's dominating. You're getting the best of the gin. It's not just a piece of alcohol, it's the gin that's important in this drink, complemented by what you're putting with it.
And it's so simple, Gareth.
Yeah.
There's not a lot going on there. Yeah.
Took him seconds.
Camille, so you'd like everybody to name that, and we'll make sure we'll pick a winner, and we'll send a bottle of gin out to them to say thank you, based on what feedback we get.
Perfect.
Grand. Fabulous, thank you. I suppose it goes back to me. I'll have another sip of my G&T.
Yeah. Now we're going to go to this baby.
This is, I think, one of Mackmyra's best kept secrets, Gareth.
Yeah.
This gin was again LAB+Distillery, so from the renamed Brook Distillery. It was the second in the release. It retails around on the retail floor at about £26-27. It's a 70 cl.
Wow, that's such a good price.
40% ABV. We also do small batch, only about 1,500 bottles. It won a gold medal in the gin awards, so it's a pretty good entry level gin. You can see the bottle's a little bit different from the initial bottle to the regular bottle. It doesn't have the dimples, so it's nice in a speed rail. Yeah,
speed bar bottle. There we go.
Yeah, you can grab it, nice to pour, nice and light. It was actually, that was the whole kind of development of it. It was developed for the on-trade, for everyday consumption, everyday use, for mixing and blending. And and it kind of fits their profile. And having the mango in it, it has another dimension. I don't know many gins out in the marketplace that have mango in it. So this has it all. It was released in 20,000. It is. It was released in 2018, and it's pretty much available everywhere. Yeah. Pretty much everywhere in the UK at the moment. Everyone loves this gin.
Yeah.
Let's pour a drop. Let's see what it tastes like.
Such a good price point as well.
Let me finish this one. So on the nose, you're going to get the fruitiness, the citrus. You know, once you know it's mango, you pick up the mango.
Yeah, a freshly sliced mango turned inside out, and that aroma, it really picks up on it.
Lingonberry, it's got the fruitiness, it's got the citrus, it's well balanced though, isn't it?
Mm.
Let's put it on the lips.
Yeah, it has very pronounced flavors, especially the mango coming up, but it's well balanced with the other botanicals there.
I find it much softer because the ABV is not as punchy as the bigger one.
But I think that's to the benefit, because it then really lets the flavors come through, doesn't it? I mean, that's the uniqueness about this, the mango and the flavor that comes out of this gin.
Do you know this is so well balanced and such a good spirit that you can drink it with absolutely any tonic and any garnish, and it works.
Mm.
Camille, you are going to make my favorite drink in the world, I believe. This is called, and I'll introduce it for you, Camille, Lucy Fairytale Cocktail.
Yes.
Fantastic. Over to you.
Thank you. So for this drink, I will have to give a credit to my friend, Mr. Oliver Slovak. He's bartender in Crosses in St. Albans. And I came to him and I said, look, I've got this amazing gin with the pronounced mango flavors. And I said, I would like to have something with the grapefruit and Prosecco, something on a direction to Paloma spritz. And he came up with this recipe with the passionfruit syrup, pink grapefruit juice, and Prosecco, and it was just amazing. And when I made it at home, it was only drinks that my wife liked, so I call it Lucy.
Is that because of the Prosecco, Camille?
Yeah, it's because she loves gin and she loves Prosecco. You know?
Okay.
With the whiskey, it's difficult, but with the gin and Prosecco, I always please her.
It's good to hear.
Basically, the main name is a Fairytale, but if you make it for your wife or for your loved ones, you can add the name in front of it for who you think it for.
That's very clever.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, nice one.
Good. Yeah.
So let's start. So this drink will be shaken.
Not stirred. Yeah, I got that.
We should get our timing right, Gareth.
Yeah.
50 ml of LAB gin. $50 ml of pink grapefruit juice.
Pink grapefruit juice, okay.
Yeah. I'm having a lot of those for breakfast at the moment, Shane, in the garden. They're lovely. The big juicy pink grapefruits. So I can't wait to taste this one. I can't wait.
25 ml of fresh lime juice.
Sorry, how much did you say, Camille?
25.
Okay. Where I come from, Gareth, you know, grapefruits are a staple, you know, so we grew up on them. It's an absolute favorite of mine. Have you got to do, how many have you got to do there to get 25 mils out of it?
Well, if you have big limes, half of lime sometimes will do, but if you have small limes, you need to squeeze 1.5 lime.
Gotcha.
Okay. Squeeze those limes.
So that's why it's the best way to measure them, because every lime has different juice volume in it.
So not only is it handcrafted when we make the gin, it's also handcrafted when we're making cocktails. Lots of handwork going on here. What's that?
This one is passionfruit syrup.
Okay. Very nice.
I think passion fruit is one of the most ugliest fruits that gives the best flavor in the world. It looks disgusting, but it tastes absolutely fabulous.
Camille?
Oh, it's in shaky mode.
Yeah. Camille? Camille?
Yes.
The passion fruit. Can you use any syrup, or is it a mix? Is it a?
You can use mango or something citrusy.
Is it a syrup?
I find out that passion fruit work the best way in this.
But it is a syrup.
Yes.
Okay.
So, okay, so I've got my glass ready for a cocktail. Now I'm going to top up a lot of ice in a Boston glass. And now I'm going to shake it, but not for a long time, just for a few seconds, just to make sure all the ingredients combine together very well and get some airness into it, some nice texture. Yeah, that's enough.
Oh, you forgot the clap.
I'll be good at this one day.
Yeah.
Wow, it's looking great.
Poured off the excess water there from the ice.
Strain it.
I tell you, Gareth, you must try this drink.
I know. I'm missing out.
I'm going to top it up with the Prosecco. I have just small bottles that are good enough because I don't need the load.
Oh, that looks fabulous.
Quick stir.
Garnish?
Garnish, just slice of grapefruit.
Oh,
grapefruit! Wow, yeah. Getting that on your nose, and you don't put straws in these because you want guys to get close to the drinks. Is that right, Camille?
Yes, exactly.
It's a good technique. If you're a straw, you're a long way away from your drink. But serve cocktails without, where you've got a good spirit and you want everybody to be tasting and smelling what's going on. You want you close your drink so your nose gets in there and you get the nose as well as the taste. And I think that's a great idea.
Yes, you're right, because you can experience and taste drink better through your different senses, not just on your palate, but also on your nose.
Exactly. That's some experience of somebody who knows a bit about spirits, Camille. I can tell.
Yeah, yeah. So Camille, taste it. Let us know which is your favorite.
Okay.
He's got to pick his wife's one, hasn't he? He can't not. He's live on air, man. Don't put him under pressure.
Verdict is? I love them both.
Like
when you like it for like an hour outside, and then you come home and then you're like really thirsty. So this is the perfect choice because it's very refreshing. This with the Fairytale.
Yeah.
Once you have a drink, sitting on your chair in the garden or just being at home and sipping it for longer, then I would recommend this one, which we don't have a name for.
Okay. Right, we don't. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Camille. That's great. We almost get into the end of our show. It's a real pity we're getting there really quickly tonight. I just want to tell everybody that Mackmyra are releasing what the world is calling Ginsky. And Ginsky means gin that is finished in whiskey casks. And late May, we'll be releasing a gin finished in a cask. We do both peated and unpeated. So we'll keep a lookout on our websites. Keep an eye out. There we are. Matt just put up a picture for us. There's the gin. It's really maturing, ready to be bottled.
Are they 30-litre casks, Shane? Are they small 30-litre ones? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That should be
obviously.
Special.
Oh, it is. And, in terms of maturation, it's a lot quicker. We don't need to leave them there for 3 or 4 years. A couple of months will do the trick, and they're ready for bottling. You can either buy a whole cask of gin, or, which is a really good idea if you love gin, or wait for the bottles to come out and you can get a peated or unpeated version of it. So something new from Mackmyra. Again,
peated gin. Who would have thought peated gin, or the smoking gin? I can't wait to taste that. That sounds great.
The Americans have called it Ginsky.
Ginsky. Well, that's right. So that's all. Yeah. I guess I can tell about what's coming up, Shane.
Please do, Gareth. Yeah, again.
Tomorrow, we got Camille back with us again, and we're on his Camille's Friday Classic Cocktail Night. Camille's going to be doing a Mactini tomorrow night. So if you look on the events page on our Co-UK website or on our Facebook group, you'll see the recipes and what's put together. And Camille's going to show us how to make a great cocktail using the Mac whiskey. But next week, we're going to be doing a full week concentrating on our Svens Ruck whiskey. And we'll be doing a show on Thursday all about the Ruck, and then on Saturday next week, sorry, at 4 o'clock, Camille will be doing a cocktail based on that. Now, I can't wait to taste a smoky cocktail. I'm intrigued to see how Camille's going to handle that, because that's a lot of flavour to blend and mix in. So he's going to have hard work doing that. I'm sure he's going to come up with a great recipe. We'll get that on site early next week. And if you want to join in, you can go on the website co.uk, and there'll be a special deal on the Ruck, on the Svensk Ruck, to complement that all next week. And of course, tonight deal. Let's remember about that. The gin.
Don't forget.
Gin tonight. Buy a bottle of this fabulous Kreatör. You get a miniature of the LAB Distillery, and then 2 bottles of our wonderful Kreatör tonic. So saving yourself over £10 worth of free stuff there. That's all good, and that'll really give you a chance to see both of them side by side and start mixing up and making your own creations with these things. But they're wonderful bases, either as a drink just neat, or drink starting to make it complex or very complex, depending how far you want to go with it.
Correct. And Camille, thank you very much for tonight. I mean, tomorrow night's going to be a lot more fun. I hear through the grapevine you're making another one with the honeybee liqueur.
Yes,
so you're using the Mac in the one, and the honeybee liqueur in the other, which is for me is one of my favorite products of Mackmyra. Perhaps you could do a, let me show them how to make a cocktail. No, I'm only joking.
No, you're right. Bee liqueur is something incredibly good, especially the mixing of the cocktails.
Yeah,
it just adds a different dimension to whiskey cocktails.
That's right. That's right. And what time is that tomorrow, Camille?
7 o'clock.
So 7 o'clock, we're live on air. We're going to have a cocktail evening. Everyone who wants to join can get the recipes online. Gareth will have them up on Facebook. They'll be on our .co.uk website. Yeah, tomorrow night's going to be fun. Looking forward to it. And I suppose just thank you to Gareth, my co-host, for a lovely evening. Thanks, Camille.
Thanks, Camille.
And thanks to everybody who may or may not have watched this. It's been a great evening. I've really enjoyed this evening, and thank you, Camille, for taking the time out and joining us for the first time. And we look forward to tomorrow night. And lastly, guys, be safe out there. Look after yourselves. And this is Shane Perry, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.